Welcome, friends. In this episode, we are going to discuss small alphabets, how to write first small alphabet of a word, method of connecting small alphabets with each other, and connecting different shapes of small alphabets for fast, smooth, and beautiful handwriting. Please like and subscribe the channel. If first alphabet of the word is small, do not add linking stroke in the beginning of the alphabet. It slows down the handwriting speed and affects its beauty. Write A as A without the linking stroke and not as A with the linking stroke in the beginning. In the word and in A and D and A is the first alphabet, so there is no need for this linking stroke. Similarly, write D as this and not as this with the linking stroke. Same way C, G, or any other alphabet. If it is the first alphabet of the word, do not add a linking stroke to it. Do not forget that all curves and all alphabets must be on the baseline, neither above nor below it. Friends, now we are going to discuss a very important part of handwriting: how to link alphabets, small alphabets, because they end and start at different positions. So I have divided them into certain categories. For example, in this set A, all alphabets end at baseline. A ends at baseline, C ends at baseline, D ends at baseline, E ends at baseline, and so on. If the first alphabet ends at baseline and the next alphabet next to it starts at the baseline, for example, A ends at the baseline and B starts at the baseline, then they can conveniently and easily be linked to each other at the baseline. Same way, if we choose the first alphabet from set A and the next alphabet from set B, we can join them smoothly and beautifully. You can see the example. C ends at baseline. H starts from the baseline, so CH can be written like this. They can be easily interlinked. Similarly, E ends at the baseline and F starts from the baseline, so they are connected. So on, even X, Y, in X ends at the baseline, Y can be started from the baseline, and we can connect them. I think this is the simplest way of connecting alphabets, first ending at the baseline and second starting from the baseline. Please note that very simple shapes of alphabets are being used here. In some other shapes, an alphabet can start and end at different positions. You can continue with the shapes you use and use the concept that we are discussing in this episode. Friends, now we are going to discuss the second set of alphabets. In this, first alphabet ends above the baseline. For example, F, B, O, W, they all end above the baseline. And the next alphabet begins above the baseline. For example, A begins above the baseline. C can begin above the baseline. Same way we can start D writing D above the baseline and so on. If we can do it, then we have the first alphabet ending above the baseline and the second alphabet beginning above the baseline, and they can conveniently be connected. For example, O ends above the baseline and end can be started above the baseline. So O and this you can see they are conveniently connected. Same way FA, BC, OD, WM, W ending at above the baseline, M can be started above the baseline, and they can conveniently be connected. Therefore, we should use this method. Okay. Now, why are we trying to link the alphabets? Links provide a flow to the handwriting and reduce the number of hand lifts. This increases handwriting speed. Now, we are going to discuss alphabets or the sets of alphabets which are not so convenient to link together. In the first type, we had both alphabets were at the same position, means first alphabet ended at the baseline, second alphabet started from the baseline. In the second case, first alphabet ended slightly above the baseline, second alphabet started above the baseline. Now, in this case, we have a different thing. See, F ends above the baseline, B ends above the baseline, O ends above the baseline, and it is to be connected to an alphabet beginning at the baseline. So, for example, F ends above the baseline, but B starts at the baseline, it begins at baseline, like that B, F, H, L, these alphabets have to be connected. In such cases, sometimes it is not very convenient to connect them. It's, so if it is so, don't link them, leave them as it is, start them separately. But in most of the cases, they get linked easily if connected slightly above the baseline. If we choose the first alphabet from set A and the next alphabet from set B, we have the following options. Now look, B ended above the baseline. L generally starts at the baseline but can be started from here. Similarly, B can be connected to R. O can be connected to R. R starts at the baseline, but it can be started above the baseline also. Similarly, T, W and K can be connected. F and T can be connected. Like that, we can connect. Sometimes it is not possible. If it is not possible, or if you cannot connect them conveniently, don't worry. We have discussed this already, and therefore you can leave them as it is. On the line and slightly forward inclined handwriting is considered to be good. And I tell you, it is faster than perfectly vertical handwritings. Now, you can see set A, alphabets ending it at the baseline. A, C, D, E, up to P, they end at the baseline. And see the set B, alphabets beginning above the baseline, means first alphabet is ending at the baseline, but the second alphabet is beginning above the baseline. In these cases, they can conveniently be linked above the baseline, slightly below the top. It imparts smoothness and beauty to the handwriting. If we choose the first alphabet from set A and the next alphabet from set B, we can join them smoothly and beautifully as is shown. K can be connected to E, X, E, E, N, M, E, X, L, L, M, like this. But there are exceptions. For example, A cannot conveniently be connected to C, so A is written separately. After writing A, we do not try to link it, we write C, and so near to it that it looks as if they are connected. They are not linked. It's not continuous writing. Same way, A is connected to D. A is connected to X. They are separate. Okay. If you move this, suppose you take your hand from A to connect it at X. For example, I'll show you. If you try to connect it to X like this, it loses its shape. It loses its beauty. Okay. And see the next. E connected to M. We will write E and M separately. Same way, E and X are written separately. N and Y are written separately. They can be joined, but writing them separately doesn't mix it. Otherwise, N may look like M. Same way, N and D can be written separately. But you can always write this as, if you know that you can connect N and D like this also. Write N and then continuously write D. N and D can be written like this also. This gives you continuity, but it requires some practice. Now, the special set of alphabets. This set contains G, J, Q, Y, and Z. They have their end stroke moving up the baseline and hence can be connected to any alphabet very conveniently. For example, YA. Y can be connected to A at the baseline, can be written separately or can be connected at the top. Similarly, YA can be connected here, or you can write Y separately and A separately depending upon how you write A. YE is connected. JU. U is beginning at the top in this position. You can begin even at the bottom. JI, QR, ZE. So you will find it very convenient to connect them. I will suggest you to first learn connecting these alphabets to all other alphabets. Linking of alphabets makes the writing smooth and fast. But if you write every alphabet separately, no problem. Continue with it. The best way to learn linking of alphabets is to study some good handwritings and note how alphabets are connected with each other. You can also note down their shapes and everything, and then improve your handwriting. Thanks for watching.